Big LOTTI gang, what's good? Throw the fours up in the chat and welcome back to the last episode of Big Guard Bootcamp. Now, if you can't tell, my dumb ass forgot to turn on the mic before we got this video started, so I'm gonna have to do all voiceover work throughout this video. But regardless of that, the work is still gonna get done, so let's get right into it. It's leg day and we getting OD powerful today, but first, you know we gotta start off with our resistance band warm-up and our isometric. Now, as we knocking out our warm-up, let me give you a physique update. I explained before that the purpose of bulking as a hooper was to put on as much weight as possible while maintaining the athleticism that we have. Now, my weight does fluctuate, but I started to bulk around 200 pounds. This past season, my playing weight was as high as 205 pounds. And now at the start of this video, we weighed in at 217 pounds. And if you've been keeping up, the athleticism didn't go anywhere. But at this point, the side effects of the bulk are starting to kick in. Nothing major, but this is the heaviest that I've ever been. So naturally, I'm feeling a little more sluggish and it's taking me a little bit longer to warm up on the court. Luckily, joint pain has been to a minimum and now it's time to start prioritizing explosive training. I'll circle back at the end of the video to talk about the new training goals moving forward. But for now, our muscles are activated and we're ready to start with our main lift of the day, deadlifts. Now, we're treating the first few sets like warm-up sets, trying to move the weight as fast as possible and no need for a whole bunch of rest in between sets. Quick little 8 reps at 135, nothing too crazy. At this rate, I'm not really worried about burning myself out too early. I usually get plenty of rest while I'm loading up the bar for the next set. Side note, this little level for the bar is a game changer. Y'all know I'm not a powerlifter, so we don't get these at every gym. But now we're moving up, so we're knocking out 5 reps at 225. Same concept, trying to move this weight as fast as possible as I work my way up to my max. And as y'all can see, the weight is moving like butter, so it's time to move up. Loading up 315 onto the bar, and we're gonna knock this out for 3 reps. Now, if you can't tell, the weight is starting to get a little heavy at this point, but it's nothing that we can't handle. We're always trying to move the weight as fast as possible, but y'all can see that bar speed is slowing down when we get to this 315. No straps and no belt, that's still a good set. But now it's time to move into our 1 rep range. We got 4 plates on the bar, and that means it's time for the belt to go on. Gotta throw some chalk on too, nothing too crazy. Gotta make sure that we got the grip strength though. I have not figured out how to use my lifting straps fluently yet, but that's besides the point. Y'all see we got 4 or 5 in the air with ease. I easily could have gone for more than 1 rep, but I'm saving my energy for the max. So now let's throw some 25s on there and see how 455 is moving. With me being stronger and being at a higher weight, this should move with ease, and it looks like it does. The benefits of the bulk are definitely showing, because you know what they say, mass moves mass. Y'all can tell I'm feeling myself a little bit by the belt flick, but we not done here. It's time for us to join that 5 plate club. Throwing 495 on the bar, and this will be my highest max deadlift on record. I'm not gonna count shit from before. If it didn't happen on camera, it didn't happen at all. We lined up, we got a big brace, and can we get that shit off the floor? Yes, sir, all the way up with it. This is where I wish I had my mic on, because I wish y'all could hear how hype I was in this moment. It's always great to hit a new milestone, and I even had some of the guys in the gym cheering me on. But this is where I had the realization that I should have just went ahead and put the chippies on to make it an even 500. So now it's time to add on the heaviest weights in the gym, 2.5 pounds on each side. And at this point, I was definitely burnt out because I could barely get that shit off the floor. But it's all good. We just got another milestone to go after now. I know y'all ain't think this workout was over. We still got work to be done. We're moving into these elevated calf raises, and we're actually making a big change to our calf raise form. Most people spam calf raises and spend the majority of the time during the top half of the range of motion. You know, when your calves are flexed. But here, we're actually going to spend the majority of the time during the eccentric portion of these calf raises, the lower half of the range of motion. This is where the calf muscle is lengthened and stretched. Not only is focusing on the lengthened portion great for tendon health and mobility, but it also promotes more muscle growth in the calf because you're working them at the lengthened position where they're often neglected. We tired of walking around with chicken legs. We can have size and athleticism. Now, I also threw in these pull-ups with our knees tucked on the Smith machine also. But regular pull-ups are just fine too. I just wanted a little bit more demand from my core. Y'all know I'm still trying to get that strict muscle up, and it's on the way, trust me. But after that, we're gonna strengthen the posterior chain and the hamstrings with these good mornings. Comparable to RDLs, but the main differences lie in the weight placement. Obviously, grip is eliminated because the weight is on our back. That being said, there's also a bigger focus on the lower back with these good mornings. There's also a bigger range of motion because we're not limited by the length of our arms. But also because of the bar placement, we have to keep the weight light. But once we finish with that, we're gonna get some single leg work in on the leg press machine. These are what the power lifters would refer to as accessory lifts. In short, these are lifts that isolate the individual muscles to improve the compound lifts. But y'all already know I'm not a bodybuilder and I'm not a power lifter. I'm just a hooper who likes to pick up heavy shit. But we can still benefit from similar training methods. However, we're gonna throw a French contrast twist at the end of this routine, because we're finishing off with these wall knee drives for our speed mechanic. 2 sets of singles where we're just alternating each knee, and then 2 sets of double taps. Look closely to spot the difference. Now, I did hit the core after this, but today was one-on-one bag work with my guys. In other words, it was a really intense session of King of the Court. But 2 of my guys are pros, and one of them is finishing up college now. So when we link up, all of us are trying to get something out of each of our sessions, making sure that we're in playing shape and creating for ourselves efficiently, which is why we don't go above 3 dribbles. And it's tough when you got 6'10" shooting over you with ease like that. But I love that everybody not only plays to their advantages, but also is willing to step outside of their comfort zone, because that's the only way that you get better. I get a good variety of guarding different archetypes with these guys. And the wisdom and perspective given when everyone is speaking on their experiences is unmatched. But I only recorded a few minutes just so you guys can see how we capped off the workout. Now, moving forward, our training priorities are getting ready to flip. It's time to take all this new weight and new muscle we got and try to make it as explosive as possible. Imagine being 220 pounds with prime Russell Westbrook athleticism. New workout series on the way, and it's about to get scary. If you want to see more moving forward, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Big Lottie Gang, 4's up. We out.